Tonight, a woman says a man behind a moving company not only didn't complete the job, he took off with her stuff and sold it online. This is First Alert 4 at 10. I'm Morgan Harris in for Sam.
And I'm Corey Stark. According to Missouri court records, the business's owner has a warrant out for his arrest in a different case. First Alert 4 investigates. Jordan Burrell spoke with one woman who says she is now out hundreds of dollars. Jordan.
Corey, Missouri court records show the owner of Super Cheap Movers has a warrant out for his arrest for failing to appear in court over stealing and fraud charges. He's expected in court again tomorrow after a customer filed a lawsuit in a separate case. And tonight, we're hearing from another woman who says the company wronged her too.
I'm literally watching everything that I have disappear, and there was no help. There was nobody to help me and my family.
Kenyatta Mosley says she's been wronged by a St. Louis moving company. In February 2024, Kenyatta and her family needed to move all of their belongings from a storage unit to a new house after experiencing homelessness for 3 months prior.
Called a couple of different companies and no one was available. Finally got to Super Cheap Movers LLC, and they were available. They were willing to work within the time that we needed.
Time was of the essence for Kenyatta and her family. It was February 29th, the last day of the month, and she needed to get all of her belongings out of the unit by the end of the day to avoid paying another month.
Literally picking it up and dropping it off. 2 hours, total amount was like $480. Everything was supposed to work out.
Kenyatta tells First Alert 4 the CEO of Super Cheap Movers, Treflin Duncan, who is also known by the alias Markel Robinson, texted her the contract. It states there would be 2 workers paid $150 per hour from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. The contract states the amount already paid was $100 and the total amount of the move was a little over $481. Kenyatta's remaining balance was a little over $381.
They were supposed to arrive at 4. They didn't get there until 4:23.
At around 4:25 p.m. on moving day, Kenyatta received a receipt from the company alleging the time of arrival was 3:54 p.m. and the new end time would be 6:54 p.m. But her remaining balance rose to $540. She tells me she paid the higher balance via Cash App. Despite that, Kenyatta says the CEO refused to come to her house and drop her belongings until she paid in full. He became frustrated and eventually took off.
I chased the truck from our house down Grand through Carondelet Park onto 55 South, all the way to 270, all the way from 270 to 40, from 40 all the way up until the 170 and 40 interchange.
Losing the truck and her belongings, Kenyatta says that's the last time she saw all of her things, mementos, furniture, and more.
My husband can't get his mom and dad's birth or death certificate back. Pictures of when he was a little boy in the household. We can't get those things back.
Court records show the man behind the business, Treflin Duncan, has civil and criminal cases and an active warrant for failure to appear for another court case in October. Duncan is accused of stealing, fraudulent use of a credit debit device, among other crimes. We called the Super Cheap Movers to speak to someone, and the person on the phone said the business is registered with Google and Facebook, and Kenyatta had not paid her expletive bill, and if she had paid, it would be considered theft.
A professional company that they stole, they robbed, they didn't care, they're heartless.
Now, Kenyatta admits she did agree to the text message contract, which said after 72 hours of services has expired, all remaining items will be sold to pay the remaining balance. But she argues she not only paid the balance, she overpaid by a couple dollars. Morgan.
Jordan, you say multiple women claim Super Cheap Movers took their money and belongings. What do we know about tomorrow's court case?
Morgan, that woman is suing the company for breach of contract, and she says there were issues with the payment services provided. And the CEO for his team left for a restroom break and never came back with her items. She and other customers plan to show up in court tomorrow. We'll, of course, continue to follow this story.